we just recorded the last letter video, you said I can wear different clothes to express myself. Yet here we are on this show wearing the same damn clothes for the last 2 years.
Well, we express ourselves by representing our channel.
By sometimes I'm black shirt Una and sometimes I'm white shirt Una. That's my expression.
You have worn other like Faulkner shirts. You have a.
That's true. That's true.
You have what's his face? Irish. Come on, help me. Too much drinking.
James Joyce.
Thank you. You have a Joyce shirt, don't you?
I do. I
do.
Didn't you were working on like a new design for our shirts at one point? What happened to that?
Life. So let's just put it out there. Crypto's moving. Yeah, so that's happening. Yeah, so
he's moving in with me. No, he's not. I'm just kidding.
That would be awesome. I'm moving to North Carolina to be closer to some of my family, and so yeah, new. I'll have a new probably setup. I don't know how that'll look or what it'll be, but yeah. So life is crazy right now, and so. It's still out there. It's still out there. We'll get some new shirts, and maybe I'll get a beanie because it'll be cold up in North Carolina, and I'll have to bundle up like you. So maybe we'll get sweaters. Who knows? That could be cool.
Oh yeah, CodeX sweaters. That'd be cool.
I know you love your sweaters.
now, with that said, you might see a couple videos with just me. So for our people who are here just for the crypto fan club, I apologize for those days, but because of the move,
all two of you, my mom and my sister.
Yeah. Hey, first of all, I'm one of those fans. Okay, so you got at least 3, buddy.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about June wrap up. Right, we got a couple of things to talk about. We got what we published this month was the Boule de Suif. We got the Spider's Thread by Akutagawa. We Wear the Mask by Dunbar. We did Escape from Spiderhead, the Netflix movie that came out. Have you seen the Netflix movie yet?
I have not. I
haven't either.
I'm not a fan of Miles Teller. Are you
gonna hard pass that movie even after we did the short story?
I put it on the queue and I told my wife to watch it. So I said, please watch this and let me know how it is. And the short story was interesting, and I want to see how the movie lives up to it. But Chris Hemsworth, not Thor, is weird, and then Miles Teller, I'm not a fan of him. So
what if I watch it? If I like it and I'm like, it's great, you got to see it. Would you watch it?
You and I are hit and miss sometimes. Like sometimes we click very well on movies and shows, and then sometimes I don't know that we're in the same world.
That's just because you hate Asians. And whenever I recommend an Asian movie to you, you're just like, you just don't get into it.
That's not true. That's so horrible. That is not true.
It's definitely not true, but there are 2 Asian stories this month that you didn't show up to record.
Oh, because I was on vacation in Alaska and I went for a job interview in North Carolina. So I was literally not here.
I am teasing. I hope everybody knows that we are teasing, okay? So we also have Senin by Ryunosuke Akutagawa, which you did not get to read. I have The Tattooer by Tanizaki that you did not get to read. I'll fill you in on those. And we did The Grasshopper and Bell Cricket by Kawabata, as well as The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Which one of those is going to be your pick of the month?
Raven.
Poe.
Raven.
Yeah.
But I really did like the Le Poisson, the fat ball. Is that what it translates? Gooey ball.
The ball of fat. Ball of
fat. Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that one was. I wanted my ending. I wanted my girl to get one over on those suckers, but I understand that it was very typical of kind of a storytelling of class divide and how people are awful and they sometimes don't ever learn their lessons in life. So but yeah, I mean, the Raven is, everybody's going to read the Raven eventually, but I think that at some point you should read it for pleasure and not because you're told to in high school, because this is an example of X, Y, and Z that you're going to be taught in a classroom. I think that you can read that later in life and get so much enjoyment out of it. But Ball of Fat was fantastic as well. I love both those stories.
Do you think we're drawn to period pieces? Like, we read a lot of older literature. We read some modern literature too, but do you think we're drawn to kind of like period?
I don't think it has. I think that we have our themes we enjoy. We like talking about history, and we like talking about class divide. We like talking about racial divide. We like talking about some specific piece things. But I mean, we love Star Wars, and we love nerdy things and stuff like that.
Okay, let me sell you on the two that you didn't read, just on what they are.
And what was the other one?
See if you'd be interested. Senin by Ryunosuke Akutagawa.
Oh, so, I missed Naruto Akutagawa. Come on,
dude. Okay, this is gonna hit you through the heart. You ready for this one? Why? This is my pitch. Why? You ready for this? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Why you should read Senin? Senin is to Akutagawa as Three Hermits is to Tolstoy.
Three Hermits is amazing. That's such a good moral story.
It has that moment where something happens and you're just like, oh, this story just took a turn and now I got to rethink everything. Like, it has that moment. And that's why everyone should read Senin by Akutagawa.
How long is the story? How many pages?
4 pages. 4 pages.
Oh, okay. Because your video is like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I could just watch the video.
You could. But I mean,
or should I do both?
It's not as good as just reading it, honestly.
Oh, because I'm not in the video, right?
So the tattooer, you don't need to read that one, you personally, because I would say it's close enough. It's actually the source material, I think, for what might have influenced Akutagawa to write. Remember when we did Hellscreen last year for October with Noah?
Yeah.
That idea about art and the pursuance of beauty and stuff like that. It's very much in that vein with very similar themes, but I think it might be better. It's really good. But since you've read Hellscreen, we've explored that a little bit, so it's not a must read for you. But because of just how beautiful it is, I think most people would really like that story.
How long is that one?
Maybe like 7 pages.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can knock both those out in a half an hour, 45 minutes, a little bit of thinking. All right, so that's not bad. Okay, okay.
Oh, just beautiful. We've had some really beautiful stories. Like, I'm not going to pick the Grasshopper and Bell Cricket by Kawabata as one of my favorites, but it's just gorgeous, right? Like the writing, the colors, like the innocence of the boy and the girl playing together with these lanterns chasing bugs, like just beautiful writing this month from the Japanese authors. We didn't really push or announce that it was Japanese June, but I mean, I think you probably picked up on the theme that it was Japanese June for us.
Yeah, kind of obvious. I'm so sad that I missed a couple of those. They sound fantastic. But if they're that short, maybe if I, sitting in a hotel room on my move, I'll be able to, read those. Or I could listen to them. I could see if you could narrate them to me. You could read them to me on my drive. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, channel. I'm going to call Una, and he's going to read them to me while I'm driving the U-Haul.
Yeah. Now, in terms of July, the last letter we recorded tonight as we started the discussion here, but it won't be pushed out till next week, so it's going to fall into July. But that was the June Patreon read from Star, and I guess I should have included that in the runnings. I'm just looking at the calendar right now, so it wasn't in my June, but that story was fantastic and hysterical, like a sci-fi story that came true, and it's just really fun to read.
And I was laughing out loud, So good, so fun. So thank you, Star, for suggesting that one. We had a hoot talking about it and recording, so thank you.
Arguably one of the funniest stories that we've read on this channel. Really good.
Yeah, short stories for sure, yeah.
So we started the Snopes trilogy, the Hamlet. Now that video is coming out, but obviously we read it for the kickoff here in June, but the video will be coming out here in July. Again, recording it tonight, so I've got to edit it, get it out. I'm heading out on vacation literally in 2 days, so I'm going to speed ramp through those to get them up. But man, I love the Hamlet. That is just a fun Faulkner read, wouldn't you say?
Another fun one. Again, I know everybody always goes to all his tragedies and stuff, and we hint at this in the video, but man, his comedies just... They have something special. I don't know. I would pick his comedies over his tragedies any day, personally.
It's one of those stories that I think if you haven't read Faulkner, it's one of the ones that can rope you in. because it's just Southern hijinks. The characters are just so ridiculous. You're judging them along with the other characters in the novel too. And I think it's just really one of those magical things that for some reason not enough people talk about. Like literally when we record this tonight, I believe, I'm a little behind on my YouTube, I believe we're the first people to ever at least record a Hamlet dedicated talk for YouTube. I don't know if one of our other people in Faulkner and August will get it out before I can edit it, but man, what a great story, right?
You must stay up late tonight.
Yeah.
We need to be number one. Let's see. I bet in Faulkner fashion, I will bet you can't get it up before I go to bed tonight. And if you do, something special will happen.
I don't like the way you phrase that. I got to get something up and then something special will happen. What the heck are you implying, sir? This is a family show.
I'm phlegm. And you're Ike.
All right. So let's move into July. Are you guys still doing War and Peace? Yes. Because of these vacations, we had to cancel when we were going to record the final session. So when I get back, we're going to do a special weekend recording session so I can try to get War and Peace out. I still am reading it.
I have finished it. I will say that. I have finished it. It's definitely on the lower. We're still recording. We'll get it done. I promise.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just I'm not dying to read it, if that makes sense. It's a little draggy at points that it wasn't for me, but I'm not saying it's technically wrong, but man, do I love am I going to love to argue with you? We got some more to record here about Tolstoy here. Like, I don't know. We'll see how these last few chapters go, but he's hitting some buttons for me, I tell you, in these last few parts.
Good. All right, moving on.
So what we're reading this month is we are continuing our adventures through Cain by Gene Toomer. Crypto might miss a couple of these. He's going to have to read them to catch up, but you know how he is with catching up on things. How's that barn burning coming along? You finished that one yet, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Finished Dark Tower, too. So much reading.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should do that when you're doing your drive. You said, what would be a good audiobook? That would be a good one to do.
I have to do the town. Otherwise, I'll never get that one done.
Step it up, bro.
I've got to pack a 3-2 house. You know how much crap is in this closet behind me?
I actually do. I've watched your Patreon video where you go through it.
That all has to get on a U-Haul, buddy.
All right. So we also have another Alice Walker poem that we're going to go through. We Alone. Great poem. Really enjoy that one. And we've got some type of a Maupassant coming up again. You like Maupassant so much. We also, on that same night, recorded La Ola. So we're going to have La Ola out this month. As I think you felt like you slipped up, like, oh, didn't we record another? Like, it's not a secret. We've got another Maupassant coming out, La Ola. And then The Aleph by Borges. I don't know if you're going to be able to make that one. That'll be part of you packing up all of your treasures, if you will. But that's kind of what we have planned for this month is finishing up War and Peace and the town, continuing the summer of Snopes. I'll leave a link to all the other hosts down below for that one to continue our journey.
Man, I looked up the Alf too, and that one looks good. Borges is always good.
Alf? Now
Alf,
when I'm reading it, I'm going to call it the Alf now that you're calling it that.
Isn't it the Alf? The E is silent, isn't it?
The Aleph? Alef?
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 Alf. A-L-E-P-H. The Alf.
All right, fine. We're reading Alf by Borges. No. If we're going to do that, we got to be like, we're reading Alf by Borges.
Borges.
That could actually be... That should be the new adjective to describe him. Like, did you like reading Borges? And you're like, oh, it's Borges.
Borges. Hey, I could record from a hotel room. I've done just audio before. If you go back to like 2 years ago, there's a couple videos out there where it's just audio crypto. It could happen.
It could, but I doubt it. I doubt it will.
Yeah, I'll be busy. Sorry. I don't want to disappoint, but yeah, I'll be out for a few videos. So going to be moving for 2 or 3 weeks. So it'll happen, but we'll get back on track for August. I guarantee it.
Una out.
Peace.